Yo, what's going on everybody, it's your boy KAIO and I'm back again this time to give you another One Piece video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over quite a few things in the chapter. One negative thing which I'm going to go on a mini rant about, which I'm sure you guys know exactly what that is, and the other thing as well where Kinemon defeated Kaido. Yes, Kinemon defeated Kaido. I'm joking, I'm kidding, even though that would have been fun to go with. But if they do have a one-on-one, then I might do that. I might just do that. But anyways, Kinemon, MVP of this chapter, without a doubt. Cutting the blast breath of Kaido, just amazing. But then it just makes sense because we saw that on Punk Hazard when we first met him. Well, technically not. When he got his body back, then he done it. But it just makes sense that he can cut through it anyway. He is Foxfire Kinemon after all. But we'll save all that towards the end of the video. So the negative thing that I want to touch on upon, which I said you guys most likely know, because there is a lot of people that are actually really annoyed, but then Oda does do this. Basically, the thing that I'm annoyed about is Inuyasha, Nekomamushi got a full look at their Sulongs and they look amazing, like they really do. So props to Oda for that. But Oda, this is where you get a down mark on this one. You didn't show the fight. One thing I was asking not to happen was for this fight to not get shown, because Jack's already been defeated. He's fallen down. Looked like they're going to go in for the kill. Looks like Jack was going to die. Kaido I will bring up in this next part because what he did was absolutely amazing, and it's weird to see him do this, but that's something I will touch upon. Jack looks like he was going to get put down and Kaido stopped it, but again, I understand that Oda actually off-screens fights, but this was something really important, and yet he just off-screens. I don't know why. Why do this? I understand that there's a big war going on, but still, Jack was an important thing in Zou. Nekomamushi and Inuyasha are the main guys, but give us the silhouette of them in their Sulong forms. You reveal their Sulong forms and what they actually look like, and they said they look badass. You don't give us the fight. Is there a chance we may go back at some point and see what happened? I doubt it. We may have to just rely on the anime for this, and if we do, you know what, if they chuck in a filler fight, I'm totally fine with that. And the reason I'm saying that is because the anime can always do fantastic filler fights. Like, they really could. And I think that the way that they could do this is they could do it very well. And I'm sure that Oda will be like, do you know what? I wasn't able to do this, but this is how it'll go. Just sort of take my ideas and sort of go on from there and sort of decide what you want to do. So I think that would generally be the best idea. I don't know whether it was just like a really huge blow to me, but it does seem like quite a few people within the One Piece fandom were annoyed as well. I'm not too sure on what Roger and Braga and all that said. Yeah, I was quite disappointed. Pretty much that is the rant over and done with. So let's actually get to the good stuff. And when I mean the good stuff, I mean the goods. So, the stuff that I'm very impressed with is, of course, Kinemon. But Drake, the funny thing about Drake, right, is that he and Zoro are clashing. Apu tries to come in, and they just sort of swipe him away. And then they decide to team up. And at first, I thought, oh, Drake's going to fight him, because the way he's like, oh, I'm going to defeat him, but not for you, as in Zoro. I thought, oh, we're going to get to see Drake go against Apu, and Zoro's probably going to go off and fight someone else. And I'm still on the sort of assumption that actually might happen, because when it looked like they was going to team up, Queen started firing at them. And then it makes me think, is this where the twist might happen? So originally I had Zoro fighting against King, and then the Sanji stuff happened. King got a shot on Sanji. Now I'm sure that Sanji may actually want to, you know, eventually go back up and get his own sneak attack in. So wouldn't it be funny if Zoro actually fought Queen? I think that would be quite cool. I mean, Frankie seems more the likely type person, even though he's about to have his own fight with this huge dude. I can't remember if we even got his name. I think we did, but I just can't remember it. But the huge dude that Jinbei said he has to get out of the dome. Yeah, I thought Frankie would be the right person to fight Queen, because the way they both are very like rocker type, motorcyclist type dudes. So I thought they would go hand in hand of fighting, but that's not the case. Zoro could be that person. I don't mind seeing Zoro fight Queen. I think it'd actually be a really cool fight, and it'd be interesting to see how Zoro would fare off against Queen. I think that Zoro would win. Do I think it'd be an easy fight? I don't know, because when you look at Inuyasha and Nekomamushi, of course, they're a lot older, they're more experienced, of course. They didn't really seem to have a scratch on them against Jack. And even though Jack is the weakest of the three, it just makes sense. I think that with Zoro having Enma, it might go more in his favour, because where this sword cut Kaido, and I don't know why I'm looking up, it's because I know that Kaido is up at the top, that's why, like, of where he is, and funny thing is, he's right up there as my statue. Anyway, where Kaido's up and Queen's kind of up, but a lot more closer to Zoro, I've got a funny feeling they're going to have to go through the both of them. I feel like Luffy will get to the top, but I feel like Sanji and Zoro are going to have to keep King and Queen at bay, because King's going to be circling around, trying to stop them. Queen's going to be firing his gun, trying to stop them. So I think this is where it's going to happen. And I can just see where King's most likely going to be flying around. Sanji can fly. So Sanji will be the right person to fight him. And then with Zoro and Queen, you get where I'm going with this. So it's just one of those things. And I just wanted to bring this up as well, mentioning like Luffy just a moment ago. For some reason, I saw one tweet. I haven't really looked into it. I'm going to, because I want to see what this is all about. But something about people was just not liking Luffy's charisma. Like, what are you going on about? Are you... what? As I said, I've not really looked into it, so I can't really go off on what's been said because I ain't really got a clue. The only thing I know is that apparently people are annoyed at Luffy's charisma, or he's got no charisma or something. What are you going on about? That's what I want to know. I'm going to have to look into it because I might actually do like a separate video on it. But if you think that Luffy hasn't got no charisma, then what are you smoking? Like, seriously, like, this guy is serious. And it's something I've been saying because I do actually have a Luffy progression video coming out, spoiler. But yeah, I do have one of those coming out because it's something that I've been wanting to talk about with Luffy and the way that he is in Wano right now. If you guys are saying that Luffy's just one-track minded, focused on getting to Kaido, what do you expect him to be? Like, of course he is. His main goal is Kaido. It's just something that just mind-boggled me about Luffy getting so much slack. Like, how can you give... what are you giving Luffy slack for? Come on. Okay, I guess that was the second rant of the video. Anyway, going back to Drake as well, because I completely went off on that one. So, Drake obviously wanted to join, as you know, in last chapter. Luffy said yes, but Jinbei and Zoro said, no, don't trust the guy. No, just not going to happen. That's when the fight happened. Drake, do I see him being like a bad guy? Well, no, his intentions are exactly the same as Luffy's, but it's not for them. He's not going to be sort of like, oh yeah, I'm just going to join the Straw Hats and, you know, we're going to do it for the pirates. Yay! That's not Drake. That's not what his intentions are. It is to defeat him, but not in that sense. What do I see Drake's goal being? I think, yeah, he is going to fight Apu. I think he'll defeat Apu. Do I think that he'll go on to fight the others? Yeah, because there's a lot of people, and I think that we're going to get to see a lot of Drake. I'm wondering if this is where Oda's going to go, because I think that we've been wanting to see a lot of Drake, and where we've only seen glimpses of his like different forms, like his hybrid and like his full T-Rex form, we've not really seen like a huge battle with him, and I'm thinking that's where Oda's heading with this. I think we're going to get something really huge on him, and I think that, yeah, we're going to get to see some amazing stuff from Drake. That's one thing I guess could make up for the fight, to be honest, that we didn't get. So I'll be fine with that. So moving back to Luffy as well. It looks like he used Future Haki Sight, which I'm happy. So it looks like he used it without having to close his eyes and be like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. He was showing that in Udon as well. But it looks like Luffy's become a lot different, and it looks like he might be able to do this for a lot longer period of time. Maybe near enough as long as Katakuri, or maybe just a couple of seconds short. But it's just the way he's like, so you can see like the flash. It's like it's... you know, you've got that beam that goes through like someone when it sort of just something clicks. It's like that. So it kind of gives that sort of feeling like, oh yeah, you use Future Haki. So like the way he's like, oh, Sanji, cover your ears. So yeah, it looks like Luffy's got that now down, which is good. So let's actually move on to the MVP of the arc, which is Foxfire Kinemon. MVP, cutting the blast. We should have known this. Why didn't I see this coming? He'd done it in Punk Hazard. Why could he not do it against Kaido? Just because Kaido's a Yonko, like, doesn't mean nothing. And also, I've got to give Kaido props as well. Did stick up for Jack a lot, and he seemed very sad, but, you know, not really in Kaido's nature. Of course, he is a Yonko, but he's like, nah, Jack's one of my top guys. I'm not going to let you kill him. I'm not going to let this go on any further. Gets ready for the blast breath and fires, and Kinemon was just like straight down the middle, and that was an epic panel. Oda, you do such fantastic art. The way that he just cut it, and then they're saying they pretty much want to die, and I feel like, you know what, I think it is obvious when I say this, but when we saw all the graves, I think that's the foreshadowing there. I know that they think that they are the ghosts, and I guess they are the ghosts really, but I think it actually kind of makes sense that they all might die. I think that is where Oda's foreshadowing like their death. And you know what, if they did die, but after, you know, Kaido, just depending on how severe the actual injuries are, I think as long as they see Kaido come down and his head's taken off, I think they'll be happy just to be like, you know what, boys, girls, I've seen everything that's happened. We're going to go join Odin. Yeah, peace. That's what I'm saying. They're just going to peace out, just going to dip, and that's it. And I think they'll get a nice send-off. I think there'll be an original kind of send-off, if you know what I mean. More like Japanese tradition. Maybe, like, you know how they have like those sort of, it's going to sound bad, but those sort of like parades, if you know what I mean, when someone dies. Like, and because they're the 9 Scabbards and they were working with Odin or just under Odin, and they went through all that stuff, and they're fighting for Wano and mainly to avenge him, it would be probably like a massive ceremony, but celebrated and sad at the same time. So that's where I could see their story going. I think it's pretty obvious, to be honest. And you know what, as much as I'd miss them, pretty much their story ended, because what much more they got to do unless they're going to serve Momonosuke? And I'm not saying that they have to be there for Momonosuke, because there could be a new batch coming. But you know what, as time goes on, we will see what's going to happen to him. I can see a big battle coming. I wouldn't really care if I saw Kinemon and KAIO go at it. That'd be sick. And it'd be nice to see Kinemon just go all out. Just go all out as if, like, you know what, this is my last fight. We're going to die. Do you know what? I don't care anymore. It'd just be awesome. So I'm really overall impressed with the chapter. As I said, a couple of points, the whole Luffy charisma, depending on what that is. If people are having a go saying that Luffy's just not impressing them, get out. And also the Nekomamushi, Inuyasha and Jack stuff. They're the major two disappointments, but everything else I was fine with. Oda's doing a very good job. Just stop off-screen and stuff, please, for the love of God. If it's small stuff, but if it's big stuff, please just stop and just, please, just show it. Okay? That's all I want, please. Anyways, so with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you liked anything I had to say and you enjoyed my review, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell so you guys never ever miss a post. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Until then, see ya.